Hi team, so today we're talking protein, the second of our macronutrients. So why is protein so important? Well, it's got two major functions in the body. First of all, it's an energy source. Per gram, it gives us approximately half the energy of carbohydrates or fat, but it's quite quickly assimilated into energy in the body, so it is a great energy source. Most importantly, protein, we need it for growth and for repair. Now, protein is made up of lots of amino acids. There are hundreds of them out there, but there are 20 that we tend to be interested in. Now, 9 of these guys are the essential amino acids. We need them for health, we need them for life, and then we've got 5 which are dispensable. And these, the body can create and synthesize itself by sort of pulling apart different aminos and grouping them together, which is super cool. And then finally, we've got the indispensables, or the non-essential amino acids. There's 6 of those guys, and we tend to get them from food. So food and a variety of different food sources are really key to getting a really good supply of protein in our diet. So what are the different sources? Now, we can break it down into the meat and into the non-meat. The meat sources, any red meat, any white meat, eggs, fish, dairy. These are our protein sources coming from animals, and they tend to be complete protein sources, which means that they contain all of those 20 aminos that we just talked about. Now, there are plenty of proteins out there in the vegetable world. Veg have all got protein in them. Sweet potatoes are a great source, but they tend to not have a complete range of those 20 amino acids that we've talked about. There is lots of protein in legumes, in pulses, in whole grains. Quinoa is a really high protein source, but again, you don't get a complete range of the 20 aminos that we're looking for. Nuts are also a great source. For the vegetarians and the vegans out there, it's even more important to make sure that you have a really varied diet, loads of different vegetables, loads of colour on your plate, and lots of whole grains. That way you know you're going to get all of the amino acids you need. And once you get the amino acids in your body in clean sources, so it's not processed food, it's not junk food, and it's not fried food, your body will do what it needs to do with those amino acids to build, to repair, and to grow. Now, how much protein do we need? Now, this is quite an interesting topic, and it's one that there is so much literature out there about. And it's because of the gym industry and the bodybuilding world. Now, for the majority of us, we don't need excessive quantities of protein in our diet. We want it for growth, we want it for repair, we want it for energy. When we do Jeanette's great workouts, in particular the abs and the tone exercise, we cause little micro tears in our muscles. Good protein is vital in the next meal after that workout, as we'll digest that in our intestines, in our stomach, and we'll break it down to the amino acids, and they will flood into the muscles where they will start healing and repairing and increasing the density of those muscles. That will in turn, over time and over a short period of time, increase our metabolism, which ultimately means the more of this resistance exercise we do on a day-to-day basis, we will burn more calories even when we're at rest. So protein, good clean protein, super important. Quantity wise, make sure you've got a palm-sized portion in every single meal. That's probably the easiest way to say it. We could break it down into how much you need per gram of your body weight, depending on how many kilograms you weigh, but it's getting a little bit nitty-gritty. And when you get those numbers and sort of transfer them into portion sizes, it ultimately means some yogurt at breakfast or some oats. It means some protein, some chicken, some eggs, something like that at lunch, and then a good palm-sized portion at dinner time, whether that's lentils, pulses. If you're having a vegetarian meal, you've got some sweet potato in there and a real variety of vegetables. You'll get your protein needs for the day. If you ever go to a gym, or to be honest, you see it all around people walking up and down the high street nowadays, people are chomping on protein bars or glugging protein drinks. Do we need them? The honest answer for what we're doing right now with this program, we are in our fat loss journey, we don't. If we are consciously having a protein source, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a little combination of perhaps protein and fat at snack time, which the easiest answer is going to be nuts or maybe a hard-boiled egg, we don't need to be taking on protein shakes. For those in the gym who are seriously bodybuilding, it's a slightly different matter, because you do need to be taking on excessive quantities of protein to be building excessive muscle mass. We're not looking for that, and we're looking for a maintainable lifestyle as well. The other issue with protein shakes and protein bars is they are extremely processed, and normally they are chock full of additives, of chemicals, preservatives, flavourings, colourings, and a long list of ingredients that I could not even dream of spelling. If we don't really know what those ingredients are, you've heard me say it before, our digestive system doesn't either, and it's much more difficult for us to process them. Whereas a piece of chicken, some lentils, it's much easier for our bodies to process, and we're on a fat loss journey. We're not on an excessive muscle building program. So I would steer away from those guys and keep it clean, keep it really, really simple. And I hope you found this informative and it really supports the Honest Nutrition Guide. Plan your meals well, get stuck in with your Honest Planner, and it's probably a good time to pull out your Honest Nutrition Guide again and just familiarise yourself again with your Honest principles. These really are our bedrock for this programme, so keep those, close to hand and keep referring back to them. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to chatting to you soon. And we've got another question and answer session, nutrition one, coming up on the forum, so watch out for that and throw all your questions at me. I really, really look forward to answering them. Take care.